It's the Goodest Found podcast, no doubt. From small town tales to big city schemes, we'll share them all and live our dreams. Laughs are plenty and jokes abound. Join the fun on Good as Found. Good as Found, now that's our name. Listen in and you'll be glad you came.
Welcome back to another episode of the Goodest Found podcast. I'm your host, D-Lane, and there's my co-host,
T-Rev.
Heck yeah, actually the main host over there, not co-host. He's
I'm
main
the
host.
co-host.
No, absolutely not.
The correspondent, dude. Correspondent.
How we doing, Trev?
Dude, we're good. Just vibing, you know, just riding the wave.
Absolutely.
The wave of life, dude.
Heck yeah, dude.
Just living. How are you, dude?
Oh, no, we're vibing, dude.
How's the week so far?
Been a little rocky, a little turbulent, but we're
Some
getting
ups
there.
and downs.
Yeah, we're getting there.
I know, I hate to talk about weather, but my gosh, winter is back, dude. I'm like, right when I think spring's here.
What happened?
Here we are. I'm like, well, great. Everything you plan out for the week, you're like, oh yeah, those roads would be dry, and then you're like,
Yeah.
you get there, you're like, never mind, I'm not going there.
Right. Yeah, dude, that was my plan. I was going to go up to the Gulch this week, and then that didn't pan out. So I was
Yeah.
like, okay, well, I'm going to go up to my highest pad. That's not going to work till next week. So next week's going to be a busy week. But
Yeah, I know. It's always, that's Colorado for you.
yeah,
Just
60 degrees on Sunday and a solid snowstorm on Monday.
listen, if you don't like the weather, wait 10 minutes.
I think they say that about every state, though.
Oh, I know. It's so funny. Yeah, it's that's an interesting time of year. I just cleaned the inside of my truck like thoroughly too. I mean, went excessive, like toothbrush type. Because I got rid of my toolbox in my bed. Got rid of I have my Pelican.
That's it.
That's all I have in there. And then the
Dang.
bed, I have the Rat Pack, shovel, broom.
You cleaned
it.
it out.
Because I'm not even running anything out to the bed anymore. No hoses, nothing.
Yeah.
I'm all in the cab. And then I have those Velcro straps.
Yeah.
So I'm just running a minimal shell. Because JD's like, I need my computer stand. I need all this. And I'm like, dude, I'm like the opposite. I'm cleaning. I'm like, I have too much clutter in here. I'm like, no more toolbox, no more cords, nothing. Like hiding it. So I took everything out of the truck. And luckily our trucks have the rubber floors.
Right.
So I was able to just pressure wash absolutely everything. I'm going to take the seats out next time. I didn't take the seats out this time. Pressure washed it and then did the auto detail and then the ceramic coat plastic restore wipes on the whole thing. I'm like, heck yeah, this is going to be sweet because it was so warm.
Right.
And then this week it's like, oh, on second thought, mud season's here.
Let's get
We're
muddy.
back. And I'm like, well, great. So I did all that for absolutely nothing.
Oh, man. I haven't pressure washed the plastic floors. I'm too nervous to do it.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to turn it on full power blast. You want to just kind of do the soft spray on it.
Well, and yeah. And with the F-150s, you have to take all the plastic trim off afterwards because all that water sits in there.
Yeah.
And Ford didn't, I guess it makes sense why they didn't, but they didn't put any drain holes on the inside.
Right.
So if you pressure wash the inside, you have to pull those kick guard covers off because it'll just be full of water. And then you have to go to the car wash and vacuum all that water out.
Yeah.
Because if not, it's a rough time. Because my last one, I found that out the hard way. Pressure wash the inside. I'm like, cool, we're good to go. Dried it all out. And then my truck smelled like an aquarium after one weekend. And I'm like, what in the hell, dude? Why is this thing a fish tank? And then I opened that. I'm like, well, good thing I'm miled this truck out. I only had to deal with that for a month to clean it out because I knew I was getting the new one.
Right.
And it was in the middle of summer. It was May, June. And so that wasn't very good because it was really hot.
Yeah. Oh, God. I can't even imagine.
Dude, it was tough. So yeah, I learned that the hard way. And now we're just back at it, dude. Just muddy as all get out. You just sit there kicking before you get in, you're just kicking your boots for 5 minutes. There's more and more stuff keeps coming off. You're like, what in the heck?
Well, then you slide into the truck and then all of a sudden it's just it's there after you spent 5 minutes trying to kick it off.
Yeah, you're like, what in the world? Where'd all this come from? You're like, why do I have a gravel pit in my floorboard? Wow. Yeah, that last truck too, I had floor mats that would they were like the original F-150 floor mats, but that thing, I got it with like 100,000 miles. So the floor mats were in rough shape. And if you ever floored that truck, it would go behind the floor mat and then stay pinned. But I learned that the first time. So I was like, and I've never floored my truck.
Right.
Maybe once. And then I was like, okay, not doing that again. I'll just keep it on the down low. And then JB drove my truck once. He's like, he needed to go get something.
Yeah.
And dude, he gets on the interstate. He's like, let's see what this thing's got in sport mode. Sends it, dude. And that thing stinks. Bro, he comes back to Pat. He's like, what the hell, dude? You didn't tell me that throttle stinks. He's like, that thing gets it. I'm like, oh, yeah, I should have told you that, dude. It was so funny.
Was the last one? It was a 5.0, wasn't it? It wasn't an EcoBoost?
That thing was way faster, though, than the one we got now. They're like, all right, let's detune this old boy just in case that throttle sticks on him. We don't need him listening to GAF going into no walls or nothing.
That's voluntary.
I pin my throttle and I run into a wall, and then I listen to GAF, and then I put my throttle, and then I run into a wall and hope it all ends.
Heck yeah, dude. Dude, it's so crazy to me, the new trucks.
Yeah.
Like, when our work trucks, they're what, 2023s? Mm-hmm. And they're pretty nice for just base model trucks. They're
nice,
complete, the brand new ones.
Yeah.
Didn't you say that you just saw one that was, like, you just got to ride in one or something like that? One of the brand new ones?
Oh my gosh. And it was high output, and I haven't been in a new diesel in a while. And I know high outputs have been out for a few years, never ridden in one. I've been in some really fast, like deleted ones, all of that. My gosh, dude. Those high output 6.7s. I didn't know a diesel could be that fast.
I haven't ridden one yet.
Because they're so quiet. Because Platinums, Limiteds, and maybe King Ranches, they have that extra layer of insulation. So it's like completely soundproof.
Right.
Cab, and then the windshield's reinforced, soundproof, whatever. So I've heard. I don't actually know. Never ripped a Platinum or Limited apart. So
Nor would I ever.
it's almost like an electric car. Like, have you ridden in a Tesla?
I never have.
Like, you ride in I've never driven a Tesla. I've ridden in one, and it's like they floor it, and then you're just like stuck to the seat, and you're just going. But well, the Teslas are pretty poorly built, so you hear the plastic and stuff rattling. But it's like that, because that thing, the diesel's so quiet. But it just like spools up, and then you're just sucked in that seat. And it's just gone. I'm like, oh my god.
I've seen videos.
Control and stuff. Yeah. And they're so nice inside. Like those seats on the Limited, I'm like, man, they really are. Everything about them, they make them nice.
They're massaging too, aren't they? The seats.
Yeah. They massage, heat, and cool. And the cool, they've ramped that up in the last few years. Because the last Super Duty I was in, it had the cooled seats, and I was like, all right, whatever. Now the cooled seats, you feel that, dude.
Yeah.
If you put on the highest setting, it blows hard. And then, the screens in them are nuts.
Looks like having a full-on TV in that truck. Like,
the
it's
cameras are
nuts.
so nice, like the 360 camera.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, this is like HD.
Yeah.
It's a huge screen, and then you get the 360 camera. You're like, how does it know? How does it know what this looks like? And they ride nice. Oh, and that thing had a generator on it, to where you can run like power tools and all this.
Really?
So in the bed, you can it has a generator. As far as I know, it had all the outlets and stuff. So you can run like whatever you want with it. It's insane.
Dang.
Like a lot of power. I was like, that's pretty sophisticated.
Dang, I didn't know that.
Yeah. What else was cool about it? I don't know. Not the price tag. It justified it a little bit though, because I haven't seen one in a while. And, so I've seen the price lately, and I'm like, who would pay $100,000 for it? And then you see it, and you ride in it, you're like, if I had the money, I'd do it.
Yeah.
I was like, this thing's not bad. I better not ride in a Type R, dude.
Oh,
it's over if I do.
Dude, I thought of
the single wide's gone up for sale. I'm gonna pull the single wide away because I'm gonna stop paying on it, because I'm gonna only be able to pay for the Type R.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna pull the single wide away with the Type R.
I saw one the other day, and I thought of you. I was like, 'Cause I was just going down the interstate and I'm just cruising along, and that thing just blew past me, and I was like, oh, "Those are nice trucks," but it wasn't the V8; it was the V6.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah. They are, man, they are nice. Yeah, the V8 ones, I have to stand corrected. I thought it was an 8.1. No, it's like a 5.1 liter supercharged V8. So
they're nuts.
not an 8.1. I don't know where the I got that.
Well, I know that.
I know Chevy had an 8.1 back in the day.
Back in the day it was an 8.1, but
It'd be so funny if they, because what would an 8.1 be? That would be a 7 would be 400, 460. No, what would an 8.1 be? I don't know.
I have
But
no clue.
it'd be big. Yeah, I think it might be a 460. I don't know, but that'd be a big engine. It'd be a heavy old bastard. I know. I remember when the Chevys had that back in the early 2000s because people still weren't sure about diesels. People didn't really like diesels that much back then. And so they had the 8.1 liter and they're like, this is the Duramax destroyer and stuff.
yeah.
And then you look at the test of time and you're like, man, were they wrong?
Yeah.
Even Ford did the same thing with the V10, with the Tritons and stuff.
Dude,
Because
Triton.
they're like, we got to make these big engines just in case the diesels fail. And then you look back and you're like, okay, the LB7 and the 73
come
were
on.
like the sickest trucks. And then like the 24 valves, like they were all, those are like the most sought after ones.
Oh
now.
yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy to see where they've came compared to the new turbo diesels.
I had an old coworker. He used to have it was an 0381.
Oh,
And we drove that thing. We had to go up to work in Durango. We drove that thing.
God. How many
over-
times did you have to fill up?
We filled up here, Ridgeway. Here, Ridgeway, and then we made it to Durango. What we flew in on fumes, going over Red Mountain.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then
they get such bad mileage.
And then when we left, we filled up there, had to fill up again in Ridgeway, but then we filled up again in Delta and then drove it home. So, I mean, I don't think we
Nice,
needed the
dude.
Delta stop, but I think he wanted to top it off, give it the rest of 3/4 of a tank.
Jeez. Just going broke, dude. All the liberals are like, what the hell, dude? Get that dinosaur drinking thing out of here.
Dude, and it was cherry bombed. It wasn't even
How
like
did that thing sound? I've always
terrible.
wondered. Did it really?
It sounded so bad. I mean, it literally sounded like a Honda on steroids. Like that's what it sounded like.
Oh, man. I want to hear it, dude. That'd be so funny. Jeez. I know there's a Chevy around here. I think it's probably a 5.3, but it has a stage 2 cam in it. Straight piped back with headers. And I saw it on Marketplace the other day, and like they have the video for it.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, because it loads
Yeah.
hard, dude. I'm like, I secretly want that thing so bad. And it's lowered. My wife hates lowered trucks, but I absolutely love them. But that's just because I'm short and it's easier to load the dirt bike
Right.
if you have a lowered truck.
Dude, trying to load my dirt bike in the back of my truck.
Oh, yeah. It's tough.
I have to back it down the road, and then it sits in the gutter just to get it
Yeah, you
even
gotta-
somewhat normal.
Get all kinds of leverage for it. That's why I have a ramp that's like, I mean, it folds out. It's probably 15 feet long.
Oh,
It's
wow.
so long. Yeah, probably because, no, because it fits in a 6.5 foot bed. So maybe like 13 feet fully extended.
Dang.
But we had to use that because we had a 6.0 back in the day with like a 10-inch lift.
Oh, my gosh.
And getting it back in there was kind of the same
Oh,
thing.
I can't
You'd have
imagine.
to find like a ditch or like
Yeah.
a hill to get with that ramp. It was just a cluster. Huge mess. You always wonder that now. Like I'll see people with sled decks and then like a 6-inch lift Super Duty and all that. And I'm like, how did you how did you get that in there?
They rode it off the roof, dude.
Or the dudes that you're like, all right, they have like their unbelievably big toy hauler, their brand new like dually diesel, and then they have the razor that goes on top of like their roof. I'm like, how do you All right, so let's see. When you get to the campsite, you're going to have to unhook that and then ride that back. Okay, and then that's a lot of work.
When you see those things going down the road, you're just like, oh my god, there's 4 years salary right there. Just
Yeah.
leaving.
Dude, my insecure ass is always like, yeah, Nepo babies. Daddy bought. These dudes are like hardworking entrepreneurs just trying to enjoy their weekend with their family. And I'm like,
Daddy's money.
must be nice. No, I mean, we could both have all that. It'd be really easy. I don't like debt that much.
Oh, that's the thing. Like,
I know people that do, and I'm like, dude, what?
I didn't realize how
They
much
have more free time than me. I'm like, dude.
I didn't realize how much I hated debt until I got out of it. And then
Yeah.
after you get out of it, you're like, oh yeah, I don't want to go back there.
But yeah,
Because I want a new truck so bad, but I don't want to pay
yeah,
for a new truck.
I know. And then you see all the nice ones. You're like, I don't know.
I want to be that man.
25 limited is pretty nice. I could swing it. You're like, I could settle for an STX. They aren't that bad. They come with 20s. Oh man, you get one. The tires are just pre-balled. You're like, what the heck, dude? I sold mine because I didn't want to buy tires.
Imagine selling your truck just because you don't want to buy new tires.
Imagine buying a truck that in the pictures, like let's say you buy an F-150 from Fleet and you're looking at the picture like, oh, those tires don't seem too bad. And then you get it and you're like, oh, these aren't the same tires. Wait, these ones, I might not make it home. I don't know. Hypothetical, but I mean, if that happened, it's a pretty rough day. Then you go to, you know what I went to Walmart and got tires. That's how down bad I was. And the people that bought it, they're like, what kind of tires are these? They're like Yami Komos. I'm like, it just says made in, the biggest, like, made in China was bigger than the logo of the thing. I'm like, yeah.
Bottom off Temu.
Yeah. It's the Walmart Temu special. They teamed up for the.
Hey, but they went down the road. Those things, they went down the road.
Yeah, that was fun. Like, dang, those tires look nice in that picture. And then we get out there. I'm like, Even you were like, these aren't the ones I had on when I drove it. I'm like, all right. That's cool, dude. Please follow me home. Just in case I have 4 blow out. Just hit a bump wrong and just
Oh, dude, if you hit a bump wrong, yeah, the tires may have blown, but the amount of wasps that came out of that thing with the nest that were built in.
oh yeah, just all the electrical, more lights start coming on the dash. I'm like, wait a second, I didn't know those. What are these? Oh, the PTSD. Hey, it worked out in the long run.
It did.
Somehow it worked. I hope it's doing great.
Every time I see one driving down the road, I'm always like, oh, Trevor's old truck. And it's not, but I say it is.
Dude, I know. I see them all the time too. I'm like, oh, please be it. So I know it's still running. Because I did so much work to that thing. But when Walmart did change the tires, I go to drive it away and then the tire light turns on. I'm like, oh, no.
Did they not put sensors in it?
They did.
Oh.
Thank goodness. I just had to drive it more so
okay.
calibrate because it turned off. Because I was like, oh my gosh, I am going to lose it. Yeah, that thing was, what a great experience.
Did I ever tell you my Grease Monkey story with my work truck?
Mm-mm.
So I go to Grease Monkey to get my oil change. That's where we had the contract.
You're the reason we can't anymore.
I wouldn't say I'm the reason. I'm saying I'm part of the reason.
You're reason 4025.
But so I go in for a simple oil change. I mean, it's basic. It's all written out, right?
They're like, you want wipers? You're like, no, just oil change.
I mean, seriously.
Filter? Nope, just oil change.
Just oil change. That's all I wanted. 4.5 hours later, and they finally come out to me, and they're like, "So we're trying to get it going. We replaced the brake fluid on it.
Oh my gosh!
And we've tried bleeding it, but the light won't go off, so it's in limp mode." And I'm like,
that was on this one?
"Yeah." On this one. I'm like,
man.
"Oh my gosh, come on! Are you kidding me?" Well, they call Ford, Columbine, and they go, "Well, have you tried driving it?" And they're like,
Yeah.
"No."
To reset it and stuff, yeah.
No, we haven't done that.
Oh no.
I'm not kidding you. They didn't even get it all the way out of the bay,
Yeah.
and it
It
went
reset
off.
and it was fine. Yeah.
So I
How do
wait.
they not know that? Have they never done it
It's
before?
grease monkey
That's true.
in rifle.
Dude, I've had my run-ins with them too. Actually, I'll throw the picture up. I have a picture of one time I took my Chevy there, and they just lock the keys in the truck
no
immediately.
way.
Bro, I'm not even inside yet, and they're already like out there trying to get it with a pry bar and like wire and all this. I look back, I open the door and I'm like,
They got a pry bar.
I'm like taking pictures, like zooming in.
They
I'm
had like a pry bar. Up
Yeah,
there?
I have a picture of it. I'll show you. It's one guy is on my windshield, like on the hood, trying to get it. Like it took him. Oh, it took him a while.
Oh no.
I think it probably took him about 30 minutes. Because the one kid's like, we might have to call a locksmith. Like, sorry, dude, we locked it out.
Oh.
And they're like, you have an extra key with you? I'm like, no, like, nah. And what happened right after that? They messed something up on that one too. Oh, I think for some reason they were messing with my spare tire. I think they were messing with my spare tire thing, and you gotta like extend the deal out and then like crank on it or whatever. I don't know if they were trying to rotate. I don't know why they were messing with that. But they broke the like gear mechanism with that.
Oh no.
Yeah, I've had a few rough ones there. What else? I don't know. It was crazy. I always went back though because I wanted my free car wash.
I never used it.
You just let them expire. You're like, great.
They're still up in my visor.
Well, it's like the most basic car wash too. The
Yeah.
thing just moves the mud around, makes it to where it's just in your line of sight. Dude, my windshield's cracked the other day. I was
Oh,
that bad,
no.
and it like started as a little chip.
Yeah.
And dude, it's so crazy. It's like a mustache. I'll have to show you. It just goes straight across, goes like this, and then waves down to the corners. Both sides are identical. It's so weird how it cracked. Both sides, like where it does all this and goes down, and like perfectly identical.
That's
it's so
nuts.
weird. But every time I'm on the interstate, like I had the defrost going the other day, and I just see it like cracking more and more. I'm like, great. Great. Add it to the list. Right in my line of sight.
When I got this truck, I cracked the windshield. The windshield got cracked within 2 months
that's
of
right.
having it,
Yeah,
but it wasn't a crack.
immediately.
It wasn't a crack.
Yeah.
We're talking about a full-on, almost baseball size hole.
It was like when Elon threw the ball at the Cybertruck and it did the thing, and then he throws the other one. That was just people on the interstate throwing stuff at you.
Well, dude, I'm behind this semi, and he gets over, so I go to pass. Well, there's another semi coming the opposite direction, and all of a sudden, dude, I see it. I watched it all. I watched the rock come off the trailer.
Oh,
and
that's scary.
Just come right into the windshield.
Because that's the loudest noise. I mean,
It was terrible.
you're like, you feel like you got hit. When that thing hits, you're like, oh, it got me. Oh, it just got me right in the underbelly.
You could feel it. You could feel the pain. You're just like, oh, you're looking. No, there's nothing.
You're like, 911. I've been hit. I need backup, dude. Just swerving. Swerving. They got me. Took a boulder. Yeah, those ones. You know what always scares me, even though it's like completely harmless, is if they're in the other lane and they hit a puddle and the water goes up and then hits the windshield.
Yeah.
It's not as loud, but it's kind of loud. I'm like, oh, like it hits the windshield.
Well, dude, like driving into work this morning, it was a little sketchy just because the amount of water that was on the road. Like just like passing a car, then passing you, and just getting doused with water in the dark.
You just can't see.
Yeah.
I know coming into the tunnel, I'm like behind a semi. There's two semis going into the tunnel, heading home. And so like the sun's right in my eyes, and then there's the dark of the tunnel. And then these two semis, and we're going in, and I'm like, oh man, I'm going in blind on this one. Like, I'm risking it all right here, dude, because all I can see is the water from the semis, and then I just have the sun, and then where the shadow goes right before the tunnel, it's just black. And I'm like,
no.
well, here we go.
Take the wheel.
Yeah, dude. Let me just close my eyes. Pray
Just
for the
hope
best.
for the best.
Yeah, that one was a little risky. Those trucks are nice though. Yeah, it's that commute. And then this morning, like driving up there, the snowplow hadn't got it yet. So
Yeah.
when semis are on the other side and there's just 3 inches of slush that they're trudging through, then our side, there's nothing. I'm like, I don't know where the lines or the road is.
Yeah.
It's like coming around the corners, like Natty Soda's coming around. I'm like just in the ditch, like holding on for, all right, here we go.
When
Wow.
that road gets snow, it's terrible.
It is. Yeah. It's so annoying. I'm so tired of it. I mean, I did it for long enough. Come on. Give me a break.
Right.
And then driving home tonight, just completely dry. I'm like, oh, wow. Wild. And up there, I'm like, good thing I just washed my truck thoroughly. Just completely destroyed on all the roads. I'm like, sweet. Because we went to go to the 23-7.
Mm-hmm.
No, they say absolutely not. Meet up with Bone Daddy.
Yeah.
And he's coming out of there. I'm like, damn, dude, you already done? He's like, no, they got the pipe in the road with the loader and then a truck. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I was like, well, let's go to the back way. Let's see if that one. I was like, I'll see if I make it up the hill and then I'll call you.
Yeah.
So I go like around and then I'm going up that road by the compressor.
Uh-huh.
And then I just see Bone Daddy behind me. He's like, he's sending it too. So we went up the back way and it was a little sketch too. And then J-Rod, dude, he gets up to bed. He's like, what the hell? That road sucks, dude, because his truck has no clearance. So he just bouncing the fender and everything, bouncing the bumper off. And I'm like, dude, I didn't even think of that. Like, my bad. So rough. And it was like,
Dude, I can only imagine that truck going up that road.
so funny. Like, man, yeah, it was a fun day. Got absolutely nothing done, but par for the course, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I did put a sample port in the 13-1, so at least I got something. But
Oh, you did get it in there?
Mhm.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
yeah, viewers are like, oh, we have no idea what you're talking about, dude. It sounds like a bunch of gibberish.
That's all right. That's all right.
Did you watch Supercross this weekend?
No, I didn't watch it,
You're into it, dude. You're into
but
it
I
now.
did hear about it.
That's good. I haven't heard nothing. I think, did I even watch Supercross? What was I doing?
You had it on. You had it on at one point.
I had it on. Why don't I remember it?
Daytona.
Yeah, I think I was watching like intermittently. I think I was probably hanging out with the kid
Yeah.
and then just like tuning in here and there. But yeah, it was pretty wild seeing Kenny Roxon win. Because Sexton's crashing the heat. I remember that. I was like, dude, what are we doing here? Like, come on.
I watched highlights. That's it. I didn't watch it, so I might be a little bit.
Yeah. And then Anderson just completely fell apart. He was like leading and he fell apart. I'm like, dude, come on. It's good to see Mookie get a heat win. To see my story of the kid just pumped
Yeah,
on.
yeah. You did see that.
That was a fun one. Yeah, the heat races were cool. Then yeah, dude, Levi Kitchen. He was
Broke his
looking so
collarbone,
good.
and he fractured. Like,
Dude,
yeah.
I'll throw the video up that who got it? It was probably Racer X. Somebody got it and they got like a still frame. It was just a bunch of stills
when he went over the handlebars.
of it.
Yeah.
Did you see
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
Oh man. I was like, well, that makes me glad I don't race anymore. That one was rough. And I'm like, why? I mean, they're so good, but that, I'm like, dude, the common sense of that was such an avoidable crash. Like wheeling the way he did and then doing that. I'm like, what did you expect? I don't know. I've never went that fast, so I can't say anything.
Right.
But
I think, well, and like he has a few fractures in his back, right?
yeah, gnarly.
Nuts. I can't imagine a
Watch,
back,
he'll be back next week.
I can't imagine a back injury like that.
I know. Yeah. Dude, there's a lot of guys. There was another guy that got paralyzed, paraplegic now. Last week, another.
Oh, really?
2 weeks ago. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Privateer. It's crazy. Then who else got? I don't know. There's been all kinds of stuff. Yeah, it's Daytona. Dude, Carmichael does such a bad job at those tracks. Like, build them better, Ricky. I have beefing with Ricky right now too, dude. There's
Yeah.
so much drama with him. Have you heard about any of that with
I
Daniel
haven't.
Blair? Oh my gosh, by the time this comes out, it won't be nothing but he's a commentator, a bad commentator. Like, he's the best dirt biker of all time. He's the GOAT. But he's just not good at commentating.
Right.
Stewart and Weege are so much better. But there was another guy, Daniel Blair, that was way better. And he came out because Carmichael and Lee Duffy did him dirty.
How'd they do him dirty?
For a while. Basically made him like lose his job commentating.
Oh, really?
And like just made his life miserable. And then there's a video that came out that Daniel Blair finally came on his like podcast and talk about it. Like I had to be quiet for so many years. Like I'm coming out and like telling the truth. Dude, and it was so bad. And then they dug up video of Ricky like talking to him and just talking crap to him.
Oh no.
Like a few years ago. And it was on Daniel Blair's like what was it? He did like a post-race show, like a pre-race show deal on the track, and Ricky was just saying like the meanest stuff to him. So they had that. So there's just a bunch of beef. And yeah, it doesn't look good for RC right now because everybody wants him and Lee Diffie fired now. But I'd be here for it. I love Weege and Stewart. Weege, Stewart, Cincerillo, Brayton, and Blair. Get Blair back. These guys are sick. I know. Neither does anyone else. So that was a dumb one. It was funny drama though.
I've been doing my research on it, but I'm not to that point yet. So we'll get there. Well, just give me some time. Give me some time.
Yeah, I don't keep up on it too much. I don't really listen to like moto podcasts or anything anymore because I was into it before, but now you can do like the sports betting with Supercross.
Oh, you
and all
can?
that. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So people are super into all of it's a really good time to be like a dirt bike podcaster and stuff because people listen to everything now. But I don't know. I've been in like a music and comedy podcast mood lately. That's all I've been listening to. I haven't been listening to books. I haven't been vibing.
I haven't been listening to hardly anything. I mean,
The
mostly,
silence.
well, like, but like, it's on the same, like my same playlist, just on repeat. But I'm not even really listening to it. My volume's at like 6 or 7. Like it's not. I don't know. I haven't really been listening to a whole lot of stuff. If I do listen to something, though, it's either the music or I'll throw on like a Rogan that I've already listened to like 3 or 4 times.
Like a Comfort Rogan.
Right.
Comfort Rogan episode.
I think there was one even that I turned on. It was like from 2019. Like,
Jeez, those were the good old days.
It was. It
I
had
love
nothing
those
to do
days
with
of
it.
podcasting. Oh man.
Well, that's when podcasting, in my opinion, I felt like it really blew up. Because I mean, it was always a big thing, but that's when I feel like it really made its debut.
It was good. I loved comedy podcasts back then.
Yeah.
That's when like, was Two Bears?
No, I don't think Two
They
Bears
weren't
was
there
till 2020.
It was like Rogan, and then you had like Fighter and the Kid. You had Theo. You had Congratulations. Bad Friends wasn't around yet. What else was there? I used to like all those.
Oh, that's what is his name? He got he got big on Vine. Trevor Wallace. That's him. Yeah, Trevor Wallace.
Yeah, he's a funny guy, dude. I liked his some of his skits.
When did Theo start to get big? 2021?
He did good. He was doing all right then because I remember listening to him. I think it was pandemic time.
Yeah, was it?
Like pandemic time, he blew up, and then
A lot of people blew up during the pandemic.
yeah, I remember I watched him here in 21. He was so funny.
Oh, when he came here?
Yeah,
Oh.
he did like an hour and a half here.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Dude, it was so funny. We were dying. Yeah, that was fun.
I've turned on a lot of comedy radio too. Like over the past few months, like
Yeah.
just turn on Pandora and just turn on comedy radio. And it's like 1.5 2-minute sets of people doing things. And it's the stupidest stuff ever. And it's stuff from like the 90s too.
Yeah.
Like they'll just throw in the stuff that you've never even heard of or comedians you've never heard of.
Like Eddie Murphy and those ones back in the day.
Oh, dude.
I haven't listened to that much old comedy.
Dude, that's some of the best comedy.
Even
honestly.
growing up, it was like Dane Cook, Kevin Hart. Who else?
Gabriel Iglesias.
Oh, yeah. Fluffy or whatever.
Yeah.
Dude, that guy was funny. Who was the other one? Joe Coy. He was really funny.
Yep. Oh, and
Los Mencia.
Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle,
Yeah.
dude. Game blouses. I love
Cat
Chappelle's
Williams.
show. Yeah, Cat Williams. He slapped. My favorite comedian, like late 2000s, was Daniel Tosh, dude. I love Tosh Point. I loved his stand up, everything about him.
Absolutely hilarious, dude.
I still even like his podcast now because he just has like regular people on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's so funny.
Just random people.
But he's just, his comedy just gets me because he has like dry sense of humor, but he says the most offensive things. Like he used to have segments called "Is It Racist?"
Oh no.
And it was, you need to go watch Tosh because like Tosh and Key and Peele, dude, unmatched. They were so good.
Who's another?
Gillis has some good ones.
Oh, dude, Gillis is huge right now.
Who's another? Oh, you know what one I absolutely love is, I think it's called "I Think You Should Leave." Dude, it's on Netflix. It's so funny.
Who is it?
What's that guy's name? Tim Robinson.
I've heard the name. I've never seen any of his stuff though.
It's that guy.
Oh yes, dude.
I ain't worried about it. I ain't worried about any of it.
Do you know how to drive? No. No, I don't. Have you seen his new show? I can't remember what it is now.
I've only seen that one.
Shh.
It was it's probably 2 years old. It was just a Netflix thing. It was only like 8 episodes.
What was that called?
I Think You Should Leave.
Oh,
I don't know what the new one is.
he's got a new one. What's his name?
What is it? Tim Robinson?
Tim Robinson. Yeah.
He was on SNL back in the day.
Oh, what was it? What is his new show called? It's pretty funny.
Yeah, he's
It's really stupid, but
I love that kind of stuff. Key and Peele, they did the first like skits one. They were so good. You Claudia, you were in the app, Claudia. I'm gonna wine and dine you, Claudia, and I want to take you. Then right when you cross over, you're right in the app.
Detroiters.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's an old one.
Yeah,
dude, that
but
one's
it's like
sick.
just now like coming.
Detroiters is that's a rad one. I've
It's
seen a
funny.
few of those. That one was like, I liked that one. That was just like a wholesome.
It's an easy watch if
Show.
you're looking for something to watch just to pass the time. That's definitely one to watch.
Yeah, that one's funny.
Shane Gillis's new show, Tires.
Dude, that one, yeah, that's a good one. That one video that J-Rod showed us of Gillis, that one was so funny. Oh, man. Yeah, it's a good time for comedy. Especially since tariffs and Trump are sending us into a deep recession right now. We'll need all the comedy we can get.
Dude, I don't even keep up on it. I don't even look at it. I'd rather just not even know.
I don't either. You just see thousands of dollars like just evaporating from your account. You're like, oh, we'll check back tomorrow. Like the next day, you're like, oh, wow. Oof.
Yeah.
They're like, buy the dip. But I'm like, I don't have anything to buy the dip with. Like, it's kind of my life savings. Like, oh, yeah, it's wild seeing it fluctuate. There's a lot going on out there. It's turbulent.
It's crazy.
Well, and I just bought a mountain bike, and I haven't showed you that thing, have I? Did I tell you about it?
No. I haven't talked to you in a while.
I don't think I've told many people. I put it on my story, but oh, that thing is hectic. I love it. It's made like the mountain biking experience
Yeah.
super nice. It's way better. It's pretty insane, but I'm like, this thing costs as much as like I spent on a dirt bike.
Oh.
And it's a bicycle. But the shift, I'll show you when we're done, dude. It's crazy. The shifter, it's Bluetooth. So you just push buttons on the handlebar and then it shifts back there with the transmission. It's no cable, nothing to like save weight. It's just like the batteries we use in our tent probes up top.
Yeah.
Then a rechargeable one in the back, and it shifts perfectly.
Well, that's creepy. Tell me more about that.
Oh my God.
What is it? Is it a widow? No. Short intermission.
Okay. Dead spider, brown recluse, and action. Yeah, that was wild.
I don't know.
At least you saw it, dude.
I caught it out of the corner of my eye. I was like,
It would have been so much funnier if you would have let it just crawl up on me.
no, dude, because I hate spiders. Freaking hate them.
Oh,
Spiders
man.
and snakes. I don't screw with them.
Yeah, now I'm a little. You get like the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah, I know you get paranoid.
That could be fun sleeping tonight. You always get like those phantom like creepies looking all around, watch my back.
It's awesome.
But yeah, new GAF sticker. Didn't put it up. Didn't want to stick it to the wall because this is still, single wide, has very thin walls. But this is a guest room, so people have to stay in here from time to time. And we don't want permanent stickers on the wall.
No. We'll get a piece of board.
Yeah, we'll make it sick. Way bigger than I thought. I got it. I'm like, oh god. Thought it was gonna be half this size, but oh well. Smoke if you got them.
Yep, absolutely.
Get what you pay for.
Did I tell you my story with my sticker?
Mm-mm.
So this last weekend, wife was out because we're getting pictures done this weekend. So she went to go
Yeah,
get her nails
nice.
done, and I was just chilling at the house. I was like, oh, I think I'm gonna go wash my truck.
Yeah.
So I went to the car wash, washing it, just doing my thing. I'm on the back, getting it really good, trying to get the roof.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, dude, someone behind me just freaking grabs me, goes, "Hey!"
Oh
That
gosh.
was my buddy. But when he grabbed me, it scared me. So I went down with the
Yeah.
nozzle right across the old freaking custom offset
Oh,
sticker. Just
man.
cut it right in half.
Not the poverty
Yeah,
sticker.
the poverty sticker is no more. So we're not broke.
You're the only person with that sticker that doesn't have your truck on jack stands because custom offsets came and repoed your wheels and tires because you didn't pay them.
I pay for them things full.
You're the only person that's ever bought anything off custom offsets and didn't finance it. The only people that buy anything from custom offsets are people with a 480 credit score that need to finance their wheels and tires.
Dude, at 19 years old.
You're back on it now, though. You're like, I do need new tires. Maybe I'll just finance them through CO, dude.
At 19 years old, I'm able to pay full price for them, dude. And we're
man.
good. We're in good shape.
What a flex. Oh, that's funny, dude.
Didn't have to finance them.
No, you're just, now that you're on the up and up, you're just slicing through your custom offset sticker, dude.
I was like, all right, it's time for this thing. It's time to grow up a little bit. Let's get this thing off
Oh,
here.
that's funny. Your friend did you a favor then.
Oh, absolutely.
That's not even bad, dude. I have a dirty money sticker on my toolbox out there that I did have on my windshield at one point on my 7.3.
That's okay.
You were probably 10 years old when I was out doing that with the diesels. You're like, that guy's a douchebag. He's back there in your car.
Is it dirty money or clean money?
No, it said dirty money because that was the thing back in 2014.
I know clean hands, dirty money. No, it was dirty
on the
hands, clean
toolbox.
money. That's what it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, that was after. I was just like, man, I'm so cool. I had the headlights that changed colors.
Oh,
So I just have the remote and I just changed my headlight color. And one time I'm behind this school bus.
oh no.
Bro, I paid $1,200 for these headlights. Anyways, so I'm behind this school bus and these kids are like looking at my truck, like, oh yeah. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, man, cool, what's this? So I'm like changing the colors on it, just make it all sick. And rifle going across the bridge, and then a cop is coming.
Oh
the other way.
no.
Yeah. Pulls me over, checks tint, like gets me on some stuff, and then he's like, you can't have any colors except for yellow, white, and then like a certain shade of blue.
Yeah.
He's like, anything
the
else is
cayenne
for
blue.
emergency responders. He's like, you're so lucky I don't get you on like impersonating a, what was it? Piece off, I don't know. It was impersonating some kind of like,
Emergency personnel,
yeah.
like that
And
type
I'm
deal.
like, I was sweating, dude. I was just
Oh,
like,
I'm sure.
I'm sorry, dude. Like, I'll stop. And then I'm ripping my tent off in front of him because I had to take both fronts off. I think he had me take both fronts off so I wouldn't get a ticket. And then the headlight thing, I was like, all right, I'll cut the wires
Yeah.
and stuff. He's like, yeah, that'd be smart. I'm like, okay. but he didn't make me cut those in front of him, luckily. Dumb.
Oh man, that's terrible.
Man. Yeah.
The choices we make when we're young and
Yeah,
dumb.
I'll throw a picture of those headlights on there. I went out to the res. I'm just rolling coal setting my phone down, rolling coal with my headlights changing colors. So I'm like, I'm gonna put this on the ground.
Oh yeah,
and it's gonna be, the streets are gonna be flooded. Dude, I have another picture of this. I had a 12-inch tip.
Are you serious?
On the 7.3?
Oh my god,
It's still on my IG.
my buddy had an 8-inch tip, and I was like, oh man, look at this thing.
I thought 8-inch was sick, and then I'm like, watch this.
Wait, was it axle dump too?
I did axle dump later, but no, this was just side exit right on the side.
Okay.
So it just covered my wheels and fiberglass.
At least you didn't hood scoop that thing. I mean,
I was
hood
so
stack
close.
that thing.
I was so close too. Oh my gosh. But I had a friend that did it and didn't do a very good job. So it just got water and stuff in there all the time. And I don't know, you got to get some kind of kit, and he didn't. So water got like under, so it like burnt the paint basically, and then water got underneath and then just rusted all of it.
Oh no.
And so with the heat and then the water and everything, his hood pretty much like disintegrated within 6 months. It was
my
bad.
God.
I'm like, I can't really afford a new hood. I'll just stick with the dumb 12-inch tip. Actually, I have a picture of the Subaru with a tip
Oh no.
hood stacked on it. It's just dumb, dude. I'll throw all this stuff on there. I don't care. People are like, I'm so tired of seeing your vehicle stuff. There was one vehicle I forgot last time. I bought a 6.4 for a work truck. F-250 6.4 from
6.4.
Columbine. And this thing, I was pumped on it. Completely different than what was advertised online. It had like 230,000 miles. I'm like, whatever. I need a work truck. In the pictures, it's lifted with like 35s, a little bit offset. It looked sick. I get down there, stocks, like, but still lifted. Looked terrible. I was like, whatever. I need a work truck though. So I buy it, and I'm like, dude, you sure? To buy it for like 12 grand? I'm like, I'm getting a steal. But it had 200,000 miles on a 6.4.
Yeah.
And,
That's a lot for a 6.4.
Dude, a lot. I get to pad that night because I'm working night shift. I'm so pumped. I'm like, dude, this thing's so thick. Then I'm idling, and I went from one pad. No, the first night. Okay, I guess it was 2 different nights. It had to have been, because the first night I think it did okay. Took it home. I was all pumped, and then the next night, I'm driving up there, and it was kind of like sputtering a little bit. I'm like, this thing's running a little rough. And I get up to location, then I'm idling it, and it's just like throughout the night getting worse and worse. And then it's like just pouring smoke. Like, it's pretty late, probably midnight, just burrowing like gray
Oh god.
smoke. I'm like, what the heck is going on? And just sounded terrible. Like, dude, this thing, like, come on, are you kidding me? So I'm messing with, like, it had a tuner and stuff. I'm messing with that, and I'm like, I can't get it. And then it just won't run, won't go, like, won't do anything.
Gosh.
So I'm like, crap. Call my mom. She comes up, brings me her truck, and then, I take her truck, drop her back off, and then come back, use her truck for the night. And then the next day, I get that 6.4, I take it, go back up there, get the 6.4 and take it back to Columbine. And one of the injectors stuck and it seized it. So like when it got down there, rolled cold, like going down Railroad Avenue in Rifle, dude, it looked like a forest fire because it was just so bad. But an injector stuck. Yeah. And it basically ran away when I got it there. They're like, don't shut it off. None of that. They're like, leave it running. Yeah. Like, we don't know because they're like, if you shut it off, we might not be able to get it going. So just leave it running. We'll pull it in, whatever. And it's just burrowing smoke the whole time. Like, not black, not white, like thick gray, fully unburnt diesel. And I guess it completely seized that engine like 10 minutes later. Like, locked it up, like completely ruined it. And they're like, that's like a $20,000 fix. All this.
Was it under warranty? Did they, since you just bought it?
Thank goodness. Because they got that thing on trade-in. They weren't even supposed to like post it. Oh. They just were going to wholesale it, like take it to auction or whatever, like wholesale it. with all the issues that it had. Because I guess it had, before it had the tuner, but it also had a chip. So it was basically stacked. It wasn't stacked with chips, but it had that. And so it was in rough shape. It had been rode hard. But man, thank goodness. Yeah. Gave me a full refund. They were totally cool
really?
about it. Yeah. Like,
Oh, dang.
I don't know if it's lemon law. I don't know what it was. But yeah, 2 days later, they let me take it back. I was so thankful for that. Because I'm like, dude, I'm out 12 grand right now.
Dude, that's nuts.
Yeah, I forgot about that one. I have a picture of that truck. I don't think I have any videos of it running away or anything, but I have a picture of that one. It was an ugly old bastard. Gosh. Yeah, the luck with vehicles. I know the last episode I just talked about vehicles the whole time, but here we are again, dude.
No, that's okay, because we've had some good stories of vehicles.
Welcome to the Bad as Found Vehicle podcast. The terribly terrible as found vehicle podcast, dude.
Oh, I love it, dude. The stuff we did when we were dumb, had a lot of money, and just blew it on piece of garbage vehicles.
Yeah. Part of life, though, especially around here.
Yeah.
You see kids doing it nowadays, you're like, man, just please put some in like a Roth IRA. Oh my gosh. Thank me later.
Did you hear about what happened yesterday in front of Central?
Oh my gosh, dude. I saw that day. I'm like, geez.
Yeah, they had him. They arrested him. They arrested old boy.
Oh, really? Oh, dang. I saw a guy got arrested on the First Street one.
I saw that today.
And I was like, geez, dude, that's wild.
Because they arrested him like a few days ago, right? And then that victim finally died today.
Crazy. That's so sad. Yeah, that's first vehicle. What the heck? That's like Transformers, dude. That's car on car crime, car on car violence.
Dude, it was the amount of vehicle crashes around town lately has been
knock it off, dude. Slow down, pay attention. Move over.
I've definitely slowed down a lot.
Yeah,
I've definitely slowed down a lot. Not that I was going insanely fast, but
yeah, you're still cautious.
Yeah, I'm definitely way more cautious right now.
I still drive around sport mode, dude. I've been ripping lately. Just kidding. I still just, people get mad. I'm still just slugging around, dude.
That's okay.
Sometimes I do it for fun. If no one has anywhere to go, like if they can't pass or anything, I'm like, I'm going to take my time. These guys are going to learn what patience is today. I'm teaching them a valuable lesson. They just hate it. I'm like, well, here we are.
What are you going to do?
Oh, it's funny.
Did you hear about that guy that basically like took his old college classmate's identity for 40 years and was claiming all these different, like, he claimed his identity, was claiming like health benefits and like social security stuff, like all sorts of stuff. And they finally figured it out. He's from California and they finally found him last week, I think, in New Mexico. After 40 years.
That's crazy. His college roommate died?
It wasn't a roommate. It was like a classmate. And he just basically stole his identity and lived as him for 40 years.
That's crazy. That'd be tough.
It didn't say anything about like the relationship or like how they knew him. But his family said, no, he'd been dead for that long.
It's like all the Social Security benefits.
Yeah.
People are 140 years old still getting Social Security. Like, dude, I hope I'm getting Social Security when I'm 140. I paid my fair share. I need that back.
Just drop in the box, dude. I'm gonna have just a right down the hole.
Dude, that stuff's gonna be long gone by the time we're there.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they could just print it. They'll figure it out.
There's not gonna be such a thing as printers when we're that old.
There isn't now. Printing, when we say the Fed's printing money, we mean they're putting numbers on a computer that goes into the monetary system.
Okay, they don't print money like they used to. Well, dude,
no,
it's obvious.
Trump got rid of the penny too.
Oh, I saw that.
Mining that too. Yeah. Just crazy.
Is that like gone now? Like, is it like official?
I'm gonna start, dude. If so, I'm gonna start hoarding pennies.
Dude, they're gonna be worth a lot of money down the road.
These things are gonna be. They're worth. Actually, doesn't it cost? It costs like a penny and a half or whatever to make a penny.
Yeah.
So maybe if I hoard the pennies, they'll be worth like 1.2 cents. in 100 years. That'll be my retirement plan. I don't
There you
need
go.
Social Security. I got 800,000 pennies. What would that be? 8 grand? I don't know.
I don't know either. I'm no good at math, dude.
Yeah, get rid of those pennies, dude. That's crazy, though.
But could you imagine like
40
living that
years.
lie for 40 years? Like eventually you have to believe, you like would start to believe the lie, right?
Yeah, I think you just take that identity on as your own after a while, most likely. They catch you, you're like, what?
What are you
Oh,
talking
yeah, that
about?
thing. Forgot about that.
Like, but how do you explain like the other guy, like who you were, just
I
gone?
wonder why you would.
It didn't say either. Like it left there was a big hole in information.
Yeah.
But it was a legit story. Like it wasn't fake.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine that. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't know what that'd be like. Living as somebody else. I mean, you'd have to have a reason.
Yeah, whatever his reason may have been, it's done and over with now.
Yeah, I can't.
And they been like California, and
Unless he
then
was rich, maybe.
and they found him
Get a
in
bunch
New
of money.
Mexico. I'm sorry if I'm taking on a new identity.
Yeah.
I'm not going to New Mexico.
No.
I mean, maybe that's the key. That's how he got away with it for 40 years.
Yeah,
Is that's
they-
where he went there.
There ain't much going on in New Mexico. There is one place there. I can't remember what it's called, where just everyone there, like the average net worth is like the poorest person there is worth like $3 million. Just this hot spot for just multimillionaires and billionaires. Forget what it's called.
In New
It's
Mexico?
like a sanctuary, yeah. I'll have to look at the town. It's like a super affluent place. Forget.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Like you always think there's a few of those throughout the
Well, like the
US.
in Wyoming, like all these famous people are moving to Wyoming. I mean, I
Yeah.
get it for the solitude, but
It's crazy. Even meeker, dude. The amount of billionaires that own land up there,
Yeah.
you're like, what? Really? It kind of makes sense up there. There's some really good hunting and stuff. If you want to be like in the peace and quiet, that's the place
Yeah.
to do it.
oh yeah,
Wyoming and up there, it's all like that's the final frontier on this side.
oh yeah.
Man, Wyoming, I wouldn't want to. Most places up there, I'm like, dude, the wind in the winters, no way. Summer's nice up there, but
I could not deal with the winters.
even then it's windy. It's just always windy there. You go to like Casper or where else?
Well, if you're not really
Wyoming.
dealing with the wind, you're dealing with the cold. If you're not dealing with the cold, you're dealing with the wind. I mean, it's
Doesn't seem too fun. I think that's why no one lives there. Wonder what Wyoming's population is. Isn't it like 500,000 people or something?
yeah, it's not much.
They have what? 2 electoral votes?
Do they even have to?
I don't even know. It's
Well,
not many.
Since we've done this before on the pod, let's take a look. What is the population of Wyoming?
21.
Put in the Jeopardy music.
Dun, 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 dun. Bum, 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 dun, 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 dun.
What's your guess?
You know, 800,000.
600,000.
Dang. How many electoral votes do they get? The dog's pissed. He's like, I know the answer. I know the answer. He's trying to sing the Jeopardy song.
Okay, let's go. It's going to tell me state by state.
Probably at the bottom.
They have 3.
3. Mm-hmm. One more than I thought.
They they made the bottom of the list.
Yeah.
Wyoming, Vermont, South Dakota, North Dakota, DC, Delaware, and Alaska all have 3. Even Rhode Island has 4.
Dang. And it's a big place. You look at how many electoral votes they get, and then you look at like New York City, and you're like, what the heck? Well,
Yeah.
I guess not New York State, and you're like, wow.
Yeah.
Or Florida, or Texas.
I can't imagine living
Cali.
in a place though, like New York or like LA, where there's that many people.
Yeah.
I I could not
over
do it.
10 million people.
I couldn't do it.
And like we were talking about with China, that's not even that many.
No.
'Cause then you go to the Chinese cities and you're like, oh, they have like 100 million people in
Yeah.
the city. You're like, what? I mean, they're more spread out, but
Not really.
not really. Yeah, that's crazy.
Like Hong Kong, Singapore, like those people are crammed
I
in
cannot
there.
imagine seeing that many people.
Have you seen like the apartment buildings in like China?
Yeah. It's crazy.
They'll cram like 1,000 people in an apartment complex.
I just wonder all the time like, I just love to sit with like a bunch of those individuals and just be like, well, so what's life? Give me your life story.
Right.
Because every one of them has their own story,
Yeah.
their own unique experience.
Do you
Crazy.
ever sit and think like, what is somebody in China doing right now
Yeah.
that's like compared to what I'm doing right now?
Yeah. Same with like India, Russia, all those places.
Yeah.
All right, dog. He's pissed. He's like, I know the answer. I've been there. Yeah, I think about that a lot. Even people like I'm driving next to, or you see like homeless people. I'm like, dude, I want a quick interview. Just see what their life's like.
What their story is.
Yeah. Bartholomew, we don't need your story.
Dang.
Gosh.
He is upset.
Triggered. Trigger warning. All right, Karen. Menace. What's the next one? Scientists genetically engineered a mouse to have the same hair as a woolly mammoth.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
They sure did. They did it. It's a
Dude, they're
fuzzy.
getting-
It's a fuzzy sucker.
They're getting closer and closer to Jurassic Park.
I mean, this mouse. It didn't look. How do
It
I
just has
explain
like tusks and like the thing.
No, it's just the fur. It didn't, and the color. It was orange.
It's just a guinea pig. They're like, yep, genetically modified mouse. It's a woolly mammoth. It's a woolly mouse.
Yeah, it didn't look much different, but they infused the genetics with it and
Yeah.
like bred this thing over the course of a few years, and it's got partial DNA matches to a woolly mammoth.
That's so weird. They need to knock that off.
Yeah,
Scientists are just tripping now. They're getting bored.
we're just trying too hard now.
Like, find the cure for cancer? Nah, let's turn this mouse into a woolly mammoth furry boy.
Well, they say there already is a cure for cancer. It's just that it's not a economically.
I don't know how there could be. Everything I look at says this causes cancer in California. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Well,
what about if you're outside of California?
They say that there's a cure for cancer, and people just it's a money thing. But do I know anything for sure?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, I hope there would be. Wow, he's clawing at the door.
Upset.
They need to find a cure for cancer for animals. That's how my last dog died. I'm like, dude, bummed me out. Tumors everywhere. Like, cure the dog cancer. Human cancer. There's so many different kinds. That's tough. I finally bought a Blackstone. Did I tell you about that?
Did you really?
Bro, we got a Blackstone finally.
Oh, nice.
Dadding it up. We used it
Nice.
tonight on burgers. Used it for quesadillas last night.
Oh dang!
Dude, I didn't know how good. I bought my mom one a few years ago. We've cooked on it. It was
Yeah.
really good. But that cast iron, we used to have a cast iron like pan, so I
Yeah.
cooked in that, and I always liked it. But that thing, I didn't
You
know
got that
that's what
thing
they were.
all greased up. And
Yeah, seasoned it the other night, got it all
Yeah.
fresh, and then cooked the next night. Dude, I didn't
they're
realize
nice.
that was good.
We got my dad one for Christmas a few years
Really?
ago, and it's like the big one.
Yeah,
Dude, he just out there cooking breakfast. I mean, just
it's crazy how much you can cook on them too. I'm like, we could do anything on here.
yeah,
Yeah, they are cool.
they're nice.
I think it's part of like the dad life because now you see all the recipes, or like, well, shoot, you have TikTok. There's people that make a full living on
Oh,
just
yeah.
their Blackstone cooking
yeah.
on TikTok. I'm like,
There's people
geez,
that make a living just cleaning Blackstones. I mean, come
dude, sign
on.
me up. I
What
like
are we
cleaning that thing.
doing?
You got to season it after you clean it and all that. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that was cool.
How'd the quesadillas turn out?
Dude, they were so good.
Were
The
they?
wife made those chicken quesadillas. I was surprised. I'm like, dang, because she had some special taco seasoning she used on it, and those were the golden ticket. Then we got some salsa I don't know if it's homemade salt. I don't know where the salsa was from, but it was really good.
Yeah.
So dipping it in that and some sour cream. Oh my gosh. I was like, this is game over. So yeah, finally dad lifing it up a little bit there. So that was nice.
I want one.
Getting that thing.
I really want a Blackstone because I already have like the pit boss, and like I like it.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, but
That's what I need next because I got the charcoal grill and it's
Yeah.
not. The pit bosses, we were going by them at Walmart the other day. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, these things are sick. But we had to get the Blackstone first.
see, now I want the Blackstone.
We'll switch off.
Yeah,
Dude. We'll just
Shared
share
custody.
custody.
1 week on, 1 week off,
Oh
dude.
man. Wait, we just jinxed each other. All right, what are you thinking? 1, 2, 3. The color blue. Oh.
Okay, hold on. My brain wasn't processing. All right, ready?
1, 2, 3. Lizard
Frogs.
people. Oh, that was
That was close.
1, 2, 3. Jupiter.
elephants.
Oh, dude, that was close. Dude, that was close. Because boys go to Jupiter to get more stupider, but girls went to college to get more knowledge, and elephants are the smartest animal. So,
It's all connected.
yeah,
dude.
we made that
Okay.
work.
Okay, we're gonna do one more. One more. Hold on. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
I put the
Goldfish.
tailgate. Okay. That's what I was going to say. But then my mind blanked.
That's okay. That's okay. We're all right.
I was thinking goldfish. I was thinking Nemo, dude.
It's a good movie.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen 2.
Dude. I haven't seen 2 either. I think, speaking of sequels, dude, Shrek, there's a new Shrek.
saw
coming out, too.
that.
I was like, geez.
But I haven't even
I'm
seen
here for it.
the latest Shrek. Like,
I don't think I have either. I saw the last one I saw was the dragon.
I saw 2. Mm-hmm. That was when they go to the kingdom when they get married.
Yeah.
That was the last one I've seen. Oh, after they get
Same.
married, but
Yeah, that was a instant classic.
that was a
I'm always like, I've only seen 10 movies. And then I just keep naming all these movies I've seen. More and more movies. It's like my wife right now. She's into reading. Mm-hmm. She started reading all these books like a month ago. And I think she said tonight she's read like 18 books so far in the last
Holy
month.
cow.
And they're like huge books. But she got a Kindle finally.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize how tiny and like light they were. But yeah, just ripping through these books. I'm like, geez.
I have to listen to books.
That must be nice. Yeah, same.
I get distracted when I'm reading, so like I'll be reading,
just daydreaming.
but I'll start thinking about something else. But I'm like still reading, and then I'll
Yeah.
turn the page and be like, I don't know what just happened.
Like, why do our brains do that?
don't
How can you be reading subconsciously to where your brain somewhere is like focusing, reading every line, but then you're just dreaming about adding a MagnaFlow to your scooter? You know, you're like, what the hell?
I don't know.
What in tarn is? And then you read the whole thing and then you're like, oh, I don't remember any
Yeah,
of
I
that.
don't remember any of it. Dude, I
Especially
can't
when
even,
it's something important.
the last book that I can remember that I read was in the 7th grade. Mm-hmm. I don't even know what it was called.
To Kill a Mockingbird.
It wasn't To Kill a Mockingbird. We didn't read those. We didn't read
Of
those.
Mice and Men.
No, it was like about this kid that crossed the border and like his family died.
Oh, wow.
And so he had to like live on his own. It was crazy. I don't remember what it was called. I know it was like a blue book though. It had a blue cover. We were supposed to read To Kill a Mockingbird. We watched the movie of Mice and Men in high school. We didn't read the book. We watched the movie and then we're supposed to read To Kill a Mockingbird. I didn't.
Yeah. I don't even think any of those books were good. I'm like, why do we have to read these again? Why does everybody have to read these? Yeah, you're either a reader or not.
But like
Listening is definitely the move.
that's
like
way
listening.
better for me. I comprehend stuff way better when
Yeah.
I'm listening, especially when I'm doing things.
Yeah, 100%. Sometimes it's nice for just a background noise.
Mm-hmm.
There's sometimes I'll listen to books, like if I'm really trying to get through a few, I'll do them on 2x.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because at first you can't like understand it and then your brain like catches up and it sounds normal. And then when you go back to normal speaking or whatever, it just sounds so slow.
The
It's so
only
weird.
book that I found that I can't read while I'm doing something is Lone Survivor. I bought that one a few months ago, and I tried listening to it while I was working. You know,
Yeah.
couldn't do it because I
Get
got
too hooked.
like enthralled in it. So
Yeah.
like I'm sitting there on a couch,
it is.
and I'll like be on my DP or something. I'll be sitting there,
Yeah.
and it sits at like 200 for like 5 minutes. And I'm like,
Yeah, because
Okay,
you're
right.
in it and you're
Yeah.
like picturing what's going
Yeah.
on and stuff. Yeah, it's wild. That is such a good book. It was even a good movie.
it was. They said they
'Cause
did a
that's the
really
one with
good.
Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, about
I
Marcus Luttrell.
forgot about that. But here I am again, dude.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any movies. I've seen Lone Survivor though, and Shrek, and
I definitely think the book is way better than the movie.
Yeah.
But
a lot more detail.
like Marcus Luttrell said, they did a really good representation of the movie as
an
best as they could.
unbelievable story.
Uh-huh.
Like it is unbelievable.
Nuts.
And even like I remember, so I didn't know anything about him until Goggins. Goggins' first book when he talked about him
Yep.
and was telling like the story of them because they were in the same. I don't think they were in the same.
No, him and his Goggins and Marcus Luttrell's brother.
Yeah,
were in the
yeah.
same
So you knew him.
deals.
And then I was like, whoa, that's crazy. And then I heard about Lone Survivor in
Yeah.
that book.
Well, actually, I think
And
Goggins, because he went through 3 different cycles, right? Of it,
Buds, yeah.
of buds.
Yeah.
I think he was with both of them. I think his first one was with Marcus,
Yeah.
and then his last one was with his brother.
That's so crazy, dude. I couldn't imagine the stuff they went through. Yeah, it's literally, you listen to that and you're like, dude, there is no way. But they lived it.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool. Heroes. Who's another one? There's all kinds of crazy ones. Does American Sniper have a book?
Yeah, I think so.
I love that movie.
That's a good movie. I remember when that came out.
Yeah, I haven't read that book.
I haven't read the book, but I've watched
I
the movie.
love war movies. The wife's like, no, not another war.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on. I like it.
Have you seen Hacksaw Ridge?
Uh-uh.
You
Wait, I think. No, I don't think
You've
so.
got to watch Hacksaw Ridge.
I know who's in it though. It's like that scrawny guy.
Yeah.
I've seen that thing. Yeah, I haven't watched.
You've
it.
gotta
I've
watch
seen,
it.
Like Saving Private Ryan.
Oh, that's a classic.
We watched Fury.
I haven't seen Fury. I've wanted to, but I've
Last
just
year?
never
Yeah,
watched
seen
it.
American Sniper, Lone Survivor.
You know have you ever seen Pearl Harbor?
Oh
The old-
yeah, dude.
Dude,
yeah.
that is a movie that's just it's good.
rad. What was the one with John Krasinski? Benghazi. What was that one? That was a pretty good one.
13 Hours?
I think so. Carson showed me that one. I don't know. I don't know any other ones.
I don't either. Well, I do, but there was one. I can't remember now. It starts with a C. It's a newer one.
Captain America.
Nope, not Captain. You know, I've never.
Captain Crunch.
I've only seen
Captain Jack Sparrow.
one or two of the Marvel movies.
Yeah,
I don't watch them.
I'm
I'm not a fan.
Wonder Woman. Gal Gadot.
You know what I started on? Was
Ant-Man.
in the Infinity War. That's the only one that's like where I started.
Is that the Thanos one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know anything about
Well,
him,
it
dude.
snaps the finger. Yeah, I think that's it.
Big Boy Lurkin.
That's like really the only one I've watched. And then
Yeah, I'm bad at that, dude. I don't know.
I don't like it. I'm not a real big fan of that stuff. But I always feel like the outcast because then everyone around me talks about it.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, it's such a good movie," and I'm like, "Wasn't a fan. Sorry."
Yeah,
guys."
you're like, I don't know nothing about it. I was the same way with like Game of Thrones and The Walking Dead, all those shows.
I did
I've
see The
never seen.
Walking Dead, but I only made it to like season 5.
Yeah.
And the only reason I watched it is because I had COVID. And so my boss literally would not let me come to work at my last job. So I just sat there all day and just watched The Walking Dead.
Did you ever watch Tiger King during the pandemic?
No,
Bro,
I did not.
I got bored and watched that. I watched that and then Don't Mess with Cats.
I watched
those.
that and SWAT. Those two were the ones that... Dude, and talk about the most stupid show ever. If you want to see SWAT, that is the dumbest, most far-fetched freaking show I've ever seen in my entire life.
I never saw it, but
Don't
it
waste
sounds
your
like
time.
Yeah, that's when stuff really went downhill as far as TV shows go, was Pandy time. After that was like Squid Games, and they started getting crazy with it.
I don't know that one. I haven't watched that. My brother has watched those, but
Yeah.
I'm not good at movies that are a different language, but they're translated so their lips
Oh, that one
don't.
was in a different language?
It's in Chinese.
Oh wow!
or it's Korean, maybe.
Jeez.
But like, so
I never saw it either. I saw Mr. Beast do it. I saw that one.
Yeah.
He recreated it.
right, the words and like their mouths moving, they don't match, and I don't do well with that. That does not sit well with me.
That's not. That's how everyone from another country views American movies, though.
Yeah.
It's just off. That's so funny. That's how people are watching GAF right now. Australian audience is hitting hard.
Oh, it is, yeah.
We got some Australians on the old Podbean, and I was like, heck yeah, dude. Demographic.
I saw one from Russia.
Oh, mate. Oh, crikey, mate.
I'm not doing a Russian
Going
accent. I
up
don't know
north
how.
Russia. Yeah, man.
They're from all over. There's a lot from all over the United States too.
Need to learn a lot more cuss words if you want to speak Australian.
Dude, you're good at
Then
that.
got to say it all. Is it like second?
Speak Spanish in an Australian accent.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? Yes, I'm going to get me a crikey. Get in there. Yes.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, mi perro.
I really hope Opus Clips clips that one.
Es muy bonito. I don't know how to do Australian and Spanish.
Dude, you did good.
Dude, I want to meet a Mexican Australian. That would be so sick.
It'd be perfect.
That's like crossover we didn't know we needed, but have to have now. Oh, now my dog's out there just crying like a little bastard. He's out there being a little sickened. Tired of it, mate. Like, dude, what are you out there complaining for? You got all the water and you got all the food in the world. I hook it up and you sit here and you sleep. And you just sit around and you do nothing all day. You don't have anything, and then you sit here at night and you just complain. Right outside, we're trying to do the podcast. You just sat there and complaining the whole time. It's like, I didn't know. Whatever. I don't care. It's part of life, and we'll get over it. It's just whatever you gotta do, make it through. All right, that was bad. I'm done, dude.
You are
tried,
so
dude.
spot on.
We tried, dude.
Dude, you have to have been practicing that.
Bro,
You've been holding that in for a while.
when I used to drink, I'd do like dumb accents. What did I used to do? I tried to do like German. I used to work on my like Spanish one with my Mexican friends all the time. They'd be like, they'd teach me how to. They wouldn't teach me Spanish, but they'd teach me how to like talk like, oh, I see, man. Like you gotta like, oh.
You get the dialect? Is that what it is?
Yeah, they'd be like, pinche way. And they'd teach me all that
Yeah.
stuff, and they'd be like, I don't even know what way meant. They're just like, it's Guey. They're like, just say way after everything. Like, way, pinche way, like gringo way. I'm like, all right, dude, I'll start saying it. Whatever you guys say. They're probably just making fun of me. It's probably something like completely vulgar, and I'm just saying it to everybody. Hola way. También mi gato es muy divertida. Way. The dog's pissed, dude. Oh, shut up out there, mate. You have nothing to complain about. You got plenty of food and water. Go drink it up.
You've been holding that in for a while.
What other? I need to work on another accent, dude. My French one, I couldn't figure that one out.
I don't even think the French can figure out the French accent.
I know, dude. Imagine being a French guy. You just have to talk like that. You just sound like such a. I guess it is the language of love, but you just sound like, dude, if you go to get in a fight with someone and you're speaking French, you're just like, all right, dude, stop flirting. Like, just leave me alone. I'm not gonna fight you. Quit flirting.
You know
with
what's
me,
another
dude.
good movie, dude? And I've seen a
Bring
lot
me
of a lot of memes for it lately. Is Rush Hour 3 when they go to France?
Oh, I haven't seen that one either.
Dude.
My cousin was in Rush Hour 1 as an extra.
Really?
Yeah.
No way.
Rush Hour 3. Who was the actors in that?
Chris Tucker,
Yeah, I
Jackie
love that guy.
Chan.
He was so funny.
But no, so it goes to
I need to see
to
that.
France, and they pick up they go to the airport. They're leaving the airport, and a taxi driver's picking them up. Mm-hmm. And the taxi driver's refusing to drive them because they're American, because they're so violent. Well, Chris Tucker pulls out his gun and puts it up to his head, and he's like,
Proves his point.
but like makes him sing the U.S. national anthem.
Oh my gosh.
And he's doing it in French. Oh, dude, it's so funny. And they did a bunch of it after like the Canadians booed the national anthem.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Oh, it's so funny, dude.
Dude, I remember after 9/11, we had some kind of beef with the French because I think they weren't supporting the war. I don't know, but everything like all the Americans, you would replace anything French with freedom. So it was like freedom toast, freedom fries, or like freedom, all this stuff. It was so funny.
I don't remember that because I was
you were young and
I was 2.
good old young buck.
I was 2 when 9/11 happened.
We used to, after 9/11, like in class and stuff, because I barely remember us too young, but I remember in class, we'd do the Pledge of Allegiance and we'd do that song that was like, I'm proud to be, you know, and it was so sick because before class would start, you do national anthem and you do that song.
Yeah.
So that eats into half the class, dude. And so by the time you start class, you're like, dude, heck yeah, we just sang all morning. I don't know what this is about. I heard we're going to war, but I am patriotic, dude. We're all just like, all the assignments are just drawing American flags and stuff. Like, dude, it was such a patriotic time in this country. Everybody had American flags out front of their house. It was cool.
Dude, I remember when...
I mean, not that cool because a lot of
when they got Osama bin Laden.
Oh, yeah.
I remember,
we got him, boys.
Dude, I remember the next day after that, because it was on May 1st that he was killed.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember going to school the next day. Mm-hmm. We didn't get shit done, dude. Because all we did was basically watch in every class, whether it was math, social studies, literacy, science, we just watched timelines of from 9/11 of to when he was killed. And dude, you just felt so good after that day.
You're like, let me call the recruiter right now. I'm ready. Put me in there, coach. That's what they need to do. It was a good day. Even that one, I want to see, isn't the guy that killed him, didn't he write a book or a movie or something?
He's wrote a book. I think he's doing a movie.
I've never
I don't remember his name, but I've seen a lot of his videos and I've watched like the documentary. It was on a podcast.
Yeah.
But he like walked it through everything that happened.
Yeah.
And then like afterward, but I don't even know because I don't know what to believe.
Yeah.
Because they say that he was the one that killed him, but then I'm hearing he wasn't even the guy that killed him. He wasn't even there.
Oh, dang. He's just trying to take credit?
But know that he's like the front man. Like they're giving him it.
Oh, that makes sense.
But it was the other people that were involved. They're giving a face to a story that's somebody else's. Just so that way it's there.
I could see that.
But supposedly all the other people from SEAL Team 6 have committed suicide.
Well,
supposedly.
That's tragic.
But again, I don't know if that's true. I hope it's not. But
man,
I don't know, man.
Yeah, more conspiracy theories. That's crazy.
We'll get into that one another time. That's a story for another time.
Yeah. Well, another great episode, dude. Good
like
talk.
Always.
Time goes by fast, dude. I can't believe that's an hour and a half, but
time goes fast when you're having fun.
Can't beat it, dude. All right. Well, we hope all of you guys enjoyed it too. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, leave us a 5-star review.
Hit the bell.
Hit the bell. If you didn't like it, let us know in the comments. And on Yelp.
Comments, good or bad. I'm hoping for bad. We've gotten a few good bad comments lately, and I'm loving it. Keep them going.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Good.
Yep.
Yeah, keep them going. We need the BAF comments. The bad as found comments.
Join the fun on good
and then,
as found.
I don't know, whatever I say now.